If I could get your attention, we are ready to kick this event off, and thank you for joining us today. This is a great crowd and a great day for the city of Greer, and appropriate that we gather here this morning for a grand opening of sorts. And I know they've had a soft opening, and everybody's probably just on autopilot right now after what y'all have been through to get ready to go and to get up and going. I suspect that in the last 20 years, as I've done these types of events, I have never used the word metamorphosis twice in 2 weeks. Used it at a butterfly event last week, and I think it is completely appropriate that we use it again today. Because if you have been in Greer any length of time, you know that what has taken place inside this building is a complete metamorphosis. I remember coming in this building with a real estate agent and a potential client, an engineer and a structural engineer, and standing inside the door about where we would be, right downstairs. Part of the floor had been removed at that point in time. And I remember we had been there about 5 minutes when the engineer and the structural engineer began to talk about going on the roof, and they agreed that not only was it unsafe to go on the roof, that we probably ought to continue our conversation outside the building. And that gives you some indication about the transformation that this building has been through. And here's the really exciting thing about it. It's not that they rebuilt this building, they rehabbed an old building, and the character that this building represents now is incredible, and it is worthy of the historic prominence and provenance that this building has had through the course of history in downtown Greer. Originally, I believe, a Cartwright shop in the back. At one point in time, an automobile dealership that would get cars delivered by train in boxes of parts that they would bring up here by carriage and put on an elevator and bring upstairs, where they assembled them up here. This was where the mechanics worked. And it's where the name showroom floor comes from, because once they were assembled, they went back downstairs to the showroom floor. So just an incredible amount of history here, and we thank you for what you've done in terms of the new life that you've given this building. Just amazing. And I mentioned to him earlier today, you don't do these kinds of projects without investing more than money. This is a labor of love, and you can see it and you can feel it throughout this entire building. But I'm not only excited today about this opening, but what it represents as well, too. Because I was in here for an event about a week ago, and Julio put me on the spot. He said, "What's your favorite food?" And I kind of stumbled for a minute, because y'all can look at me and tell me I got more than one favorite food. And I fumbled around for just a little while and said, let me think about it. And over this past weekend, I was thinking about it. And it occurred to me that it's not a favorite food. It's a favorite memory about food. And if you ask people in the hospitality business, it's often not about the food as much as it is the service and the experience and the friends you were with, and all those other things that make a meal a meal. And when I started thinking about favorite foods, what automatically came to my mind was things like my mother's chicken bod, or my wife's fried okra that I can eat like popcorn, or my mother-in-law's big country ham and homemade biscuits and red-eye gravy, and eggs for breakfast, or my grandmother's cornbread that she could so delicately burn on the bottom, but it'd be perfect on the top. And just on and on and on, those memories. And it doesn't have to be necessarily about how much you spend. It's more about the experience that you had and who you had it with and that sort of thing. And I think that is what's going to make this business such a successful part of downtown. Because let's be honest, we vote with our feet and with our stomachs. And that's a good way to vote. Because if a business is going to be successful, it is about what they have to offer well beyond the menu. And I think this ability to come together and to have an opportunity to sit in a hall like this, to sit at a picnic table, to be able to bring your children, to be able to have fun, to have choices so that if you've got a child that likes one thing and then another child that wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, you can walk two stalls down and you can order them supper and you don't have to worry about it. And I think that's what's really going to make this successful. And so to the empanada shop, Flying Fox Coffee, Jamaican Me Erie, Momo's, and the Trade Street Tap Room, White Wine and Butter, and Good Meals, Good Moods Treats, and to Val and Elaine, both of y'all in particular, for this effort that you have put together. I think that it is a recipe for a very, very successful future, and we wish you the best, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you.
For that, let me introduce Val Kane, and the floor is yours. So,
Wow.
all righty. Thank you.
Next time, I think I should go first because it's tough to follow that. Goodness, I can't believe we're here. First, I want to start by thanking the city of Greer in general. It's been fantastic to work with. I think the term I would describe it is friction-free. They've done everything in their power to make sure that we had a successful build, as well as just the infrastructure that has been put in place for us, businesses like ourselves, to come out here and do what we do. It's been awesome. Then Greer Development Corporation, Reno Deaton, Sharon Self, you guys have been fantastic to work with. I remember when we thought about this concept initially, one of the first people I called was Reno and asked his opinion, and he gave us valuable feedback that we took to heart. Then our investors, you know who you are. It's been fantastic, even when, with projects like this, like the mayor was saying, it's a labor of love. And yeah, we did go over budget, but because we have investors that are so diligent, they stuck with us. I'd like to extend a thanks to all of our vendors. We will not be here without them. We went through many fake dates, many delays, and the same people that we started with is the same group of people that we ended with. And that just goes to speak to their dedication to what they wanted to see come to the city of Greer. Then, last but not least, our business partner, you don't have to say anything, I'm up on the spot, but Ben and his wife, Caroline, this would not happen were it not for that guy. He worked his tail off, and my wife, super supportive. I remember making that first phone call to her and said, hey, we're gonna open a food hall. And her first question was, what's that? And we went through a few different explanations, and she finally got it and was supportive throughout the way. Man, let me get my notes here because it's a lot of people to thank. But the space we're sitting in, the mayor did a good job covering the history of the building. I'd like to point out that the floors you're standing on is original to this building. This is over 150-year-old floors you're standing on right now. And yes, it was a pain to refinish them and bring them back to life as they are today. Then just walking you through what we have here as far as food options. So walking through the door, you'll see Flying Fox Coffee. They make Tier 1 coffee. I've said this before, I don't drink coffee, But they told me it's tier 1 and I believe them. Then we have Empanada Shack, delicious empanadas. I have heard though, the talk of the town is that their Cuban sandwiches are to die for. So you should absolutely check them out. Then Jamaican Meiri, making authentic Jamaican cuisine. My favorite food there is the oxtail. You gotta try it. Don't knock it till you try it, especially if you haven't had it before. Then next is Momo Sushi and More. I promised Mo she wasn't gonna speak today. I'm not gonna put you on the spot, but she makes amazing sushi. Most people who tried this, her sushi, even though they tried it for the first time, have been amazed. Then going through this building, and that's one of the unique things about our building is not just the history. Everybody thinks of Cartwright as this major hall we have here, but if you walk through those doors on the other side, there's a carriage house where this is where the horse carriages were being repaired and made. You would see white wine and butter. They make, it's Italy meets New Orleans. Their concept is Cajun Trattoria. Trattoria. You see, I can't pronounce it, but their food is outstanding. You should check it out. And then to the right of it is Straight Street Tap Room. That's going to be serving beer and wine for everyone. Then we have an outdoor space as well. That sits about 6 to 7 people. So when you walk out to the right, you'll see railroad ties. That sort of box out an area that allows you to sit outside and enjoy a meal with friends and family and so on. That'll be great. Behind us is a mural. I cannot imagine how he did it, but the artist who did it is here today, Adam Schrader. Schrimmer. I knew I was going to butcher your name, man. But that mural, he said, was one of his most challenging pieces to do, because if you're going to do something this big, you need distance. Well, he had that wall. That's as far back as he could go. With all of that, the space we're standing in holds a lot of our seating. You can come out here. We have 2 stairways and an elevator. So if you have somebody in a wheelchair or a grandma like mine who can't go up those stairs, we'll have an elevator to be able to bring them up here. This will also double as a corporate event space as well as private events. So if you have events that you're thinking of mine, this is the spot to be. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. I'm going to look at my wife for cues. I think I covered it all. Thank you guys. Grand opening date time. Yes. So Cartwright Food Hall will be officially open. We're opening our doors tomorrow, Thursday, at 4 p.m. Let's go gangbusters, guys. Okay, tours. I think my wife is beginning a tour right where she's standing right there. She's gonna walk everyone here through the food hall, and I believe there's a tasting associated with that, so you're gonna get a chance to taste Cartwright.
And everyone, could you let the media go first, please? Thank you.
All right. See, suck at these things.
You did great.
Good to see you again. I've been following you.
Yes, I am going to live stream the tour.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're going on a tour, everybody. We're going. Hey, everybody, if you're joining our live stream now, we are at Cartwright Food Hall. We are live here in Cartwright, and we are going to go on a little tour. Good to see you.
Is this for,
Yes, we're live right now. You can say hi to everybody. Oh, okay, we are off. We are off.
Sorry, you get split up into 2 tour groups, and so I'll be heading like half of y'all this way, so whoever wants to come this way.
Alright, we're gonna start here. Pretty much explain. everything was completely dirt. And we just had to create a vision for them, and they bought into it and stuck with us, and we're so glad they did. They are outstanding. They make all of their syrups homemade, as well as their chai. That is even homemade as well. So everything is just very natural, very
I'm doing one bite for social.
Okay, there you go.
When you take a sip,
My
you're
favorite
rating
here,
1
it
through 10.
is the broken record. It's a mixture of brown sugar, baking
Somebody who does not drink coffee, I'd rate it a 10. It's very sweet
Yes,
on the back
exactly.
end. I loved it, nice and cool on a warm hot day.
I told you I launched this to TikTok, right?
There you go.
It's going well.
I love it. Cinnamon. I love those cans.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, if you're joining us now, we are at Cartwright Food Hall, live at their press conference, walking around touring. They have officially announced that their opening date is tomorrow, Thursday at 4 p.m. So get ready to come on out to Cartwright. Such an exciting day for Greer. Be sure to come on out tomorrow at 4.
We're going to move down this way to the empanada shack. And he's got some tastings as well. He's got a pork and rice and beans. It is delicious. He does breakfast as well. He will do breakfast platters and breakfast empanadas as well.
Hey everybody, if you're joining us live right now, we are still in Cartwright Food Hall, showing you around. Right now, this is Empanada Shack. Cartwright is opening tomorrow at 4. Okay, you just saw Empanada Shack. Next up is Miari Entree.
Right here we have Jamaican, or Miari Entree. Correct that. Miari Entree, they do Jamaican food. Their oxtail is one of my absolute favorites. It is delicious. And then they also do a wonderful rice and beans that is very good. It just, everything stays with the culture, and it's just very, very authentic and delicious. And they have some tastings down here as well if anyone wants to taste of the Miari Entree. So this is your jerk chicken. Right here, this is Momo Sushi and More.
Yeah, so right here, we're live on Facebook right now. Want to say hi? We're open. It's here. We are here at Cartwright. Want to say hi? Anything you'd like to say? Cartwright open? That's all right. As you can see, the people are excited that Cartwright is opening tomorrow at 4. Right here, we are at Momo's Sushi. Momo's Sushi and more.
Just for TikTok. No, it's great. Green color. Leather green, big. Let me check the closet upstairs. Okay.
Well, we hope you're enjoying our tour of Cartwright Food Hall right now. We're right now at the back of the main building at Momo Sushi, and soon enough we'll be heading back to White Wine and Butter.
All right, we want to come on back. We'll head over to White Wine and Butter. See, right here is our outdoor seating where we can fit 60 plus people back here. We have lighting for the evening as well. We eventually are going to put some outdoor games, all the family friendly things. Welcome to bring pets back here. If you're walking your pets along, you can enjoy Cartwright as well. Right in here is kind of the secret building right here, but it's fabulous. Come on in. In here, we have white wine and butter, which is your Cajun pasta, or Cajun trattoria is what they call it, with white wine and butter. Fabulous, fabulous. Mike is one of the best chefs and is so kind and humble, and you will enjoy everything he has to make. You can't go wrong here at all. You want to come over this way? I believe they do have some small tastings for you guys. I'm not sure, but I can measure it. So we've got them, and then right here we have Trade Street Taproom, which is local wines and beers. And so he's going to have some things on tap all the time, and then seasonal items as well. So Lee is the manager for us right here, and he is just fantastic. He knows everything there is to know about local beers and wines.
Gonna be my new best friend.
We're right back here. We're in the back building here at White Wine and Butter, which is our last stop on our tour of Cartwright Food Hall. If you're just joining us now, we are wrapping up our tour of Cartwright Food Hall, which is opening tomorrow, Thursday at 4 p.m. Be sure to check them out. A great space. We are so excited to have them in Greer. Stay tuned to Greer Tidbits. We're going to have more videos coming soon, a complete video tour as well as an interview. So stay tuned to Greer Tidbits and we'll keep you updated. Thanks for watching.